Over 50,000 people a year in the US have shoulder replacement surgery. In today's video, we're going to show you a few solutions on how to improve your shoulder ability. With me here today, I have Riley, aka Throw Ability. And with me, I have Marcel, aka ATG Sensei, who's an ex-tennis professional. So the first exercise we have is the external rotation. Riley, as mentioned before, you play baseball. What benefits have you seen with this exercise when it comes to working the opposite of your throwing motion?
Well, for me, it's just kept my arm, protected from injury after being away from throwing for so long. I've been able to return back to throwing. And this is a huge exercise that, I have no fear when I go into throw after even 10 years of throwing. Typically, that's a thing that guys can get injured with. But just being strong in this range of motion and being able to control this weight through that range has kept me protected when I go and throw.
That makes sense. And you can see him now, he's moving pretty heavy weight. What muscles exactly is that working?
This external rotator here in the back. You can see it popping on Sensei here. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Next exercise, power raise. Marcel, you've been with us for forever, as long as I can remember. You're also one of the most experienced coaches. This exercise right here, especially with you being a tennis player, does work the shoulder, but it also translates to working other parts of the body as well, right?
Yeah. So this movement is primarily hitting the rhomboids, which is this muscle here between the shoulder blades. Although one may not think that it works this way, when you're doing front squats, these muscles are helping to pull the shoulders down and keep the torso upright. So one of the main ways that people fail a front squat is when those rhomboids give out and you start to shrug down.
And your elbows go down, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So by training this, you get stronger in that position to help maintain the torso nice and upright. The other thing is with tennis, we have a lot of different strokes that are more on the lateral side as opposed to an external rotator, which we do have on the serve, but we have the forehand, backhand, and different volleys. So this movement translates really well to tennis players because as we rotate, that muscle back here lengthens and the ability to follow through your shot, that contraction of the muscle also contributes to the power output in your shots.
That makes total sense. And obviously we talked about it for tennis. Riley, you can stop doing it right now. I'm sure this is also translated to baseball as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. Whether it be like a throw, not every throw is a perfect external right over the top. You can come at different angles with your arm or even swinging through the ball as a hitter as well. That's a great exercise for that.
Next movement, trap three raise. You can see Riley's demoing it on a bench and Marcel's demoing it on a back extension machine. Marcel, you're extraordinarily strong at this movement compared to the average human being. Why is that and how does that help you with your sport, which is tennis?
Well, the main thing is that in ATG we do program the trap three raise pretty consistently for upper body days, mainly because a lot of people will do shrugs to train the trap, but there are 3 different sections to the trap. And so this lift is actually lowering the most underdeveloped part of it. So the lower part of the trap connects here at the base of the spine. And so that actually helps quite a lot with the stability of the spine itself, which is very important for doing many different types of lifts. And then also as we're throwing, as we're hitting different types of strokes, different sports have different demands, and developing that trap three is very important.
Makes sense. Riley, you just did about 30 reps while Marcel was talking.
No,
that's good. So for you, being a baseball player, why are you strong at this and how does that help you with your sport?
I mean, going off of what Marcel said, it's in high demand for the sport that I play. So to train it and get strong and protected in the area is just common sense, essentially. Like if you know you're going to be taxing these muscles day in and out, playing your sport, you want to be strong and protected in that area. And this is the best way to do it. It's a sneaky exercise. It looks simple. You're just lifting your arms up, but it's the most dreaded exercise on every time I see it on my workout. It's like chills send down my spine and it's just, it's tough. So
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, you are an ATG coach. You've been with us online for, since the beginning pretty much of ATG. You train members in the gym and I see you also put them through trap three raise as well. Yeah. And, they range from younger clients to older clients. You're obviously using a pretty big load, but just like you mentioned, you're also using light load or even your body weight and it's still a tough movement, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like no matter the individual, we're going to be able to find a way for them to get it done, whether it be on one of these machines. I've even done it with no weight. Somebody just posted up against the wall, doing it with no weight just to get the range of motion down. But it's always a shock at how difficult it is for a lot of people doing it their first time.
Yeah.
So,
and then with you, at our gym that was located over there, you also ran classes and you had people run through these exercises. I also see you in the gym using the heaviest possible weight. Your form is perfect, but the weight, the weight that you're using isn't a weight that a normal person could use. So with you running your classes, you also use this movement as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. So regardless of where the individual is, the loading can always be varied. Your arms themselves is enough of a load to be able to work through this movement. You just have to increase the volume of the reps, so that's an easy way that you can regress it. Most people will not be able to do 10% of their body weight. That's like guaranteed. We have not been able to find people that can just do it flat out right. So it just takes a little bit of strategic programming, making sure you're doing it 2 to 3 times a week if you're trying to really increase the strength on it. But gradually programming so that you can get from 5% to 7% to then a good 10%. That's a really good baseline for anybody to get regardless of their body weight.
Makes sense. Riley, Marcel, I appreciate you guys showing us these exercises right here for shoulder health. Riley, as mentioned before, you are an ATG certified coach, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. And you run ATG for Coaches, right?
Yeah, I'm the director for ATG for Coaches, which is ATG's certification program.
Good. And you've gotten certified through that program by doing the certain movements as shown here.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, whether you want to become certified as an ATG coach or even just learn more about the movements and get coached on it, go to atgonlinecoaching.com.